My boyfriend chose his charity case over me on our cross-country trip. The train pulled into Chicago Union Station, and I broke up with Brandon. He laughed, shaking his head like I was being ridiculous. Seriously, Chloe? Because I gave my sleeper cabin to Sophia? Yes. He rubbed his forehead, that patronizing smile still on his face. Come on, what's it going to take this time? Want me to take you to that new sushi place when we get to campus? Shopping spree? Let you pick the next 5 movies we watch? Before I could answer, Sophia, the girl he'd been mentoring through his volunteer program, appeared at his elbow. Brandon? Could you help me with my bags? Her voice was soft, helpless. He turned away from me without a second thought, wrapping his arm around her shoulders as he grabbed her luggage and pushed through the crowd. I looked at my 2 oversized suitcases and pulled out my phone. Dad, cancel all of Brandon's credit cards. Now. Brandon didn't know that I only got jealous when I cared. When I stopped caring, he became nothing. Chapter 1. Move-in week at Northwestern. The cross-country train from New York was packed. But Brandon had this romantic idea about taking a 20-hour train ride together like in the old movies, he'd said. So I'd cancelled my flight. I'd spent days preparing. Snacks, card games, portable chargers, and even Brandon's special neck pillow, the one he couldn't sleep without. Everything was perfect. Until the morning we were supposed to leave, when Brandon got a phone call and literally left me standing on the sidewalk. Chloe, emergency. I'll meet you at Penn Station, okay? He was already hailing a cab. What emergency? Do you need? The cab door slammed. He was gone. Brandon wasn't the type to overreact. It had to be serious. I tried not to worry as I made my way to the station alone. But when I finally spotted him at the departure gate, he was holding hands with Sophia Martinez, both of them laughing at something on his phone. The moment Sophia saw me, she jerked her hand away, her cheeks flushing. Chloe. Oh my God, this isn't Brandon just didn't want me to get lost in the crowd. I forced a smile. Right. Maybe I should buy you one of those toddler leashes? Then he can drag you everywhere. Sophia ducked her head, playing shy. Brandon laughed, reaching out to tap my nose, his favorite gesture. Someone's jealous. You know, Sophia's part of my mentorship program at the youth center. I stepped back, avoiding his touch. Your emergency was picking her up. Come on, don't be like that. He ruffled my hair like I was a child. She had 3 suitcases and couldn't get an Uber. You've had drivers your whole life, you don't understand what it's like. Besides, more people means more fun, right? Don't pout. Sophia bowed her head. I'm so sorry for the trouble, Chloe. I'll help with anything during the trip. I can carry things, get food, whatever you need. But when it came time to board, the girl who could help with anything suddenly couldn't manage her own luggage. Oh. Sophia stumbled dramatically. Brandon immediately abandoned me. Chloe, Sophia's not as strong as you. I'll help her. Be right back. He patted my head absently and rushed off, carefully guiding Sophia through the crowd. Not once did he look back. My eyes burned. I laughed bitterly at myself, then grabbed my heavy bags and fought my way through the packed platform. By the time I limped into our sleeper car, I was drenched in sweat, my new sneakers covered in dirty footprints. 6 berths in our compartment. 5 were already occupied. Brandon and Sophia weren't among them. I called Brandon. No answer. Texted asking where he was. Nothing. The train was starting to move when I finally saw them in a photo Sophia had just posted on Instagram. She was curled against Brandon's chest, her head on his shoulder, both of them making peace signs at the camera. Caption: Thank you for choosing the adventure with me instead of flying. Starting this new chapter with you by my side, I'm not afraid of anything. Brandon's comment: You've got this, Soph. Making me proud. Tears dripped onto my phone screen. I wiped my face and commented, yes. So much fun with more people. Within seconds, Sophia deleted my comment. Chapter 2. I put my phone away, not caring anymore. The sleeper car wasn't luxurious, but at least I could lie down. The rocking motion made me dizzy, and I eventually drifted off. I woke to someone stroking my hair. My eyes flew open. Despite the dizziness making everything spin, I could see it was Brandon. I slapped his hand away. Don't touch me. Still mad? He sighed like I was being unreasonable. Look, I'm sorry. The train was so crowded, I didn't hear my phone. He went to tap my nose again. I gave you the only sleeper berth we could get. Sophia and I are cramped in coach. Isn't that enough? I stared at him. He genuinely didn't think he'd done anything wrong. Even though everything had changed, it still hurt. Thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. I forced myself upright despite the vertigo. can you leave now? I need to rest. Rest? You've been sleeping for hours. He pulled me up. Sophia's feeling motion sick. You've slept enough, let her use the berth for a while. I knew you were mad about me not sitting with you. Well, now I can. He bent to put my shoes on for me. So that was it. He wasn't here for me. He was here to take my bed. I pushed him away. No thanks. Get out. He stumbled back, and a slim figure rushed forward. Brandon. Sophia caught him, then turned to me with tears in her eyes. I know I'm just poor trash to you, Chloe. Not like you with your trust fund and everything handed to you. I can't afford a sleeper berth, so I deserve to be sick. You're a princess who looks down on people like me. Fine. But Brandon's been nothing but good to you. How could you push him? Brandon's face darkened. He pulled Sophia behind him. Chloe, when did you become this person? Apologize to Sophia. Now. Their raised voices drew stares. Without doing anything, I'd become the villain. My chest felt tight, my eyes burning. Why should I? I didn't do anything wrong. The train lurched suddenly. Vertigo hit me hard, and I swayed, my face going white. Brandon finally noticed something was wrong. He reached for me. Sophia suddenly clutched her head and collapsed against him. Brandon, I'm so dizzy. I think I'm going to be sick. Brandon immediately forgot about me, helping her onto my berth. He yanked me up roughly. Give Sophia the bed. Consider it your apology for insulting her. He dragged me to the coach car. Behave yourself. No more tantrums. Sit here. I'll go check on Sophia, then I'll come back to keep you company. He turned and left. Watching him go, I couldn't hold back anymore. I hunched over, dry heaving. Chapter 3. You okay, miss? The man next to me, a heavy-set guy in his 40s, looked concerned. I waved him off, indicating I was fine. You should drink some water if you're not feeling well. Don't tough it out. He seemed genuinely kind. When a train attendant passed, he called out, Excuse me, ma'am? Could you witness something? This young lady's sick, and I'm going to get her some water. The attendant looked between us and nodded. He pressed a cup of hot water into my hands. I thanked him but didn't drink. You couldn't be too careful. I just rested my head on the fold-out table and tried to sleep. The train kept stopping and starting throughout the night. When I woke, not only was the motion sickness worse, but my back and arms ached terribly. The seat beside me was occupied by a stranger. Brandon, who'd promised to come back, never showed. I checked my phone. 3 a.m. He'd sent a message at 11:30 p.m. Sophia's really sick. I'm worried about leaving her alone. Found an empty sleeper, so I bought a ticket to stay with her. You're strong, Chloe. Think of Coach as an adventure. I'll find you first thing tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Strange environment. Sick and alone. Blatant favoritism. My chest ached so badly I couldn't breathe. Tears came before I could stop them. I understood now. The Brandon who'd been adopted by my family, who'd promised to protect me forever, who'd panic if I so much as frowned at, was gone. Without sleeping again, I sat alone in my seat until dawn. By mid-morning, Brandon still hadn't appeared. Everything except my purse was back in the sleeper compartment. No water, no food, nothing. I didn't want to see Sophia, so I texted Brandon to bring my things. No response. Finally, fighting nausea, I squeezed through the crowds back to the sleeper car. Before I even reached our compartment, I heard laughter. Dude, Brandon, enough with the PDA. We're trying to play cards here, not watch a rom-com. I froze as Brandon's voice drifted out, cut it out. Sophia's never played poker before. Someone's gotta protect her from you sharks. Oh, protect her, sure. That's what we're calling it now? Someone else laughed. But seriously, what was up with that princess bitch yesterday? The way she looked at us? Like we were beneath her. Brandon sighed heavily. She's my ex's spoiled little sister. Used to getting her way. Not like Sophia's independent, kind, knows what real struggle is. Every word was a knife twisting deeper. Brandon had lied. When we were both 18, he'd given me a promise ring for my birthday, nervous and stuttering through his confession. He said he didn't want to be my brother anymore. He wanted to be my boyfriend when I turned 18. I'd been so happy. We'd promised to make it official the day I became legal. I fold. Sophia lost again. Truth or dare time. I turned the corner to see them sprawled across the lower bunks. My snacks were scattered everywhere, my cards in play. Sophia was leaning against my neck pillow, the one I'd brought specifically for Brandon. And now Brandon had his hands on either side of her, leaning in close, a pocky stick between their lips. His eyes were soft, intimate. Sophia's face was bright red. I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed Sophia's hair and slapped her as hard as I could. Ah! She cried out. Sophia! Brandon immediately cradled her. Seeing me, guilt flashed across his face. Before anger took over. Chloe. What the hell? Apologize. All the hurt from the journey exploded. Apologize? For what? Enjoying the pocky? Feeling better? No more motion sickness? Brandon froze, trying to explain, but Sophia cut him off. I'm sorry for eating your snacks. I'll replace them. She slapped herself across the face. I was so sick, and Brandon thought playing cards might distract me. One slap enough? She hit herself again. Not enough? I'll kneel if you want. She threw herself at my feet dramatically, just as someone passed with cup noodles. The collision sent boiling water and noodles cascading down my legs. I bit back a scream that was drowned out by Sophia's wailing. Brandon, it hurts so much. She showed him her arm with a few red spots. Brandon's concern immediately shifted to her. Chloe, I'm so disappointed in you. His voice was full of rage. I was white with pain. Are you blind? She knocked over the noodles. Can't you see I'm burned worse? Brandon glanced at my feet. Sophia piped up, you're wearing shoes, Chloe. How could you be burned? Why are you lying? Brandon's expression hardened further. Mean, petty, violent, and now lying? When did you become this person? I'm taking Sophia to get first aid. Try to find whatever humanity you have left. He helped Sophia toward the bathroom. I stood there in shock. Yes, unlike Sophia in her tank top, I was wearing shoes. The same shoes Brandon wore, mesh running shoes I'd bought for both of us just last week. Breathable. Lightweight. Completely useless against boiling water. Chapter 4. I made my way alone to the bathroom to run cold water over my feet. No burn cream available until we reached Chicago. At least we only had a few hours left. When I limped back, the guy from Coach looked concerned again but kept his distance when he saw my wariness. As the train began slowing for arrival, Brandon finally showed up. Feeling better? He ruffled my hair. I turned away, ignoring him. He sighed dramatically. I'm sorry, okay? The connection was bad, I didn't see your texts. Forgive me? But Chloe, violence is never the answer. That's not what good people do. He spoke like he was making a huge concession, putting his arm around my shoulders. Let's make a deal. We'll forget this happened, but you have to promise never to bully Sophia again. Deal? I said nothing. It didn't matter anymore. Brandon took my silence as agreement. He kissed my forehead. That's my girl. This is the Chloe I fell in love with. Before, his kisses made me giddy. Now they made me sick. Come on, let's get our luggage. He reached for my hand. I stood without his help. He just thought I was still pouting, tweaking my nose playfully. Fine, but stay close. Wouldn't want to lose my girlfriend at the station. No, you already lost her. The announcement to gather belongings crackled overhead, pulling me from my memories. The train pulled in. Brandon and Sophia disappeared into the crowd. Looking at my 2 huge suitcases, I texted my father, Dad, cancel all of Brandon's credit cards. Immediately. I stared at the platform, significantly lower than the train floor, trying to figure out how to manage. Need help, miss? The man from Coach appeared again. Wait, weren't you? He recognized me. These yours? They're huge. Here, let me get them down, then you can wheel them yourself. Before I could refuse, he shoved his jacket into my arms. Hold this for me. Then he grabbed my bags and headed for the exit. A strange smell wafted from the jacket. But after 20 hours on a train, everything smelled bad. Following him off the train, trying to return his jacket and thank him, I suddenly felt my thoughts becoming fuzzy. The man looked at my glazed expression and stroked my face. Well. Sophia wasn't exaggerating. Such soft, pretty skin. Makes a man want to do things. From now on, I'm your Uncle Pete. You do everything I say, understand? My mind screamed to run, to call for help. But I heard myself say slowly, yes. Uncle Pete. And followed him obediently. Brandon, help. As if hearing my desperate thoughts, my phone rang. Brandon calling. Hope flared briefly. The man laughed, answering casually. Chloe? Sophia's dehydrated. I'm taking her to the ER. Listen, there's a university shuttle at the exit. Take that to campus. Be good. He hung up without letting me speak. I watched helplessly. The man led me out of the station toward a van. Get in. He pushed me forward. I bit my tongue hard, trying to scream, but only managed to whimper. Terror and despair consumed me. As the van door started closing, I thought I saw someone throw down flowers and sprint through the crowd toward us. Chapter 5. Moving in day chaos. Brandon supported Sophia as they waited for a taxi. His phone rang. Seeing Dad on the screen, Brandon answered quickly. Sophia watched intently, straining to hear. Dad? Are you free now? Where's Chloe? Did you two fight? Dad's voice was urgent. Brandon denied it, laughing. Did Chloe complain to you? I just helped a friend with luggage. Just helped with luggage? Then why did Chloe text me to cancel all your cards? Why isn't she answering her phone? Dad's suspicion was clear. Even he knew his daughter wouldn't say such things unless truly hurt and disappointed. Brandon was shocked, realizing Chloe was seriously angry this time. Dad continued, put Chloe on. I need to talk to her. Brandon's breath caught. Dad, Chloe's not with me right now. She's not with you? Where is she? Why isn't she with you? Dad interrupted. She's alone? Phone's dead? In a strange city with all those people at the station? What the hell were you thinking, Brandon? Maybe her phone died. Sophia suggested. Brandon started to relay this when he spotted a familiar figure running desperately through the crowd. Colliding with people, not caring. It was Marcus Chin, 4 years older, a senior at Northwestern, from another wealthy family my parents knew. Was he here to pick us up? But why was he running like that? Brandon felt dread rising. Hello? Brandon? Answer me. Dad, I'll find Chloe right now. Brandon said quickly and started running after Marcus. Brandon. Where are you going? Sophia called out. Sophia, wait here. I need to. His words were cut off by Sophia's cry of pain. He turned to see her on the ground, knee bleeding. Brandon hesitated, then quickly returned, helping her sit on the curb. Hold on, Sophia. I need to check on Chloe. I'll be right back to take you to the hospital. Without waiting for her response, he ran off again. Brandon. Sophia reached out but grasped air. She bit her lip angrily and quickly pulled out her phone to text someone. Brandon had only stopped to help for seconds, but Penn Station was packed. When he tried to find Marcus again, he'd vanished. He searched frantically, finding nothing. He called Marcus. It rang but no one answered. Fuck. Brandon cursed. He called me immediately. The number you have dialed is temporarily unavailable. Again and again, same message. Chloe, where are you? Stop being stubborn. I'm sorry. Please call me back. He texted desperately. No response. He ran to find the university shuttle staff, but none remembered seeing me. That's when Brandon truly panicked. His hands shook uncontrollably, certain something terrible had happened. Chapter 6. Spotting security cameras, Brandon's eyes lit up. He ran to find station security. Sophia called. He ignored it. She called again. And again. Just stay there. He answered shortly and hung up. He couldn't risk missing my call. Hearing a young woman might be in danger, security immediately pulled up footage. Brandon gave our train number. Soon, I appeared on screen. Seeing someone help with my bags, Brandon froze, belatedly realizing the gap between train and platform. 2 heavy suitcases weren't something I could handle alone. Even then, Brandon thought he'd just been careless, missed details. When he found me, he'd apologize properly. Then he saw the man touch my face, take my hand, answer my phone. And I just stood there, allowing it all. Before following him willingly. Brandon felt his world stop. Is this man someone your girlfriend knows? Security immediately sensed danger. No. No. Brandon's voice shook. Call the police. Save her. Please save her. He screamed it. Police mobilized immediately. They tracked the van on traffic cameras. Seeing me pushed inside, the door closing, Brandon swayed and nearly collapsed. His phone rang again. Did you find Chloe? Dad demanded anxiously. Brandon's lips trembled. Dad. Chloe, she was taken. By traffickers. A crash came through the phone. Brandon quickly added, Dad, don't panic. Police found the van. I'm going with them to get Chloe. I'll bring her back safe. I will. He repeated, not sure if reassuring Dad or himself. Brandon Walsh, you better pray nothing happens to my daughter. Dad's voice was deadly. None of this I knew. As the door shut, I was drowning in despair, understanding from the man's words I'd been trafficked. Strange place, strange people. Brandon had left with Sophia. And from what the man said, Sophia was part of this. She'd make sure Brandon never realized I was missing until too late. By then, I'd be God knows where, suffering God knows what. Hurt, terror, regret, despair, my chest felt crushed. Hey, check it out. Is that motorcycle following us? The driver suddenly said. Shit, it is. My captor cursed. My unfocused eyes snapped wide. Who could it be? Was it Brandon? Had he come to save me? Lose him. Fast. The man shouted at the driver. But then. Fuck. Cops. There's cops. The traffickers panicked. The van swerved wildly, ignoring traffic laws. Crash. The impact knocked me unconscious. The last thing I saw was Marcus running toward me, face full of fear and worry. Chapter 7. I woke in a hospital room. Dizzy and nauseous. Before I could process anything, I heard arguing outside. Brandon, you have some balls showing up here. Marcus's voice. How exactly did you take care of Chloe? How did traffickers get her? This is none of your business. I'll apologize to Chloe myself. Brandon replied. Move. None of my business? Fuck you. Still want to see her? Keep dreaming. Marcus exploded. They seemed to be fighting. The door burst open. Brandon, on the ground, saw me. Chloe. His hoarse voice broke as he scrambled toward me. He nearly fell. Again in his haste. I'm sorry, Chloe. He reached for my hand. I pulled away, staring at him coldly, saying nothing. Marcus yanked Brandon up by his collar. Get out. But when he turned to me, his voice softened completely. Chloe, does your head hurt? Dizzy? Nauseous? Anything wrong? A string of worried questions. I'd never seen Marcus like this. No waif'd been like this when rescuing me from the traffickers. Marcus, I'm okay. I just. Chloe, have some water. Let me help you. Brandon circled to the other side of the bed, holding out a cup. Without hesitation, I knocked it away. Get out. Water splashed on Brandon's clothes. He froze, then quickly set down the cup like nothing happened. Not thirsty? Hungry then? What do you want? I'll. Get out. I cut him off coldly. Brandon Walsh, leave this room. Disappear from my sight. Understand? Brandon went white. He dropped to his knees beside the bed to meet my eyes. Chloe, I didn't protect you. I let you get hurt. I'm sorry. Hit me, yell at me, whatever you want. Just don't send me away, please. We're together, Chloe. Give me a chance to make this right? Neglect? Together? I laughed bitterly. First, we broke up already. Second, we didn't break up. You can't just decide that. I don't accept it. Ignoring him, I continued. Second, you wanted us to experience the train journey together. Got me all excited about it. Then what? You watched me research routes and buy snacks, just so you could share them all with Sophia. Feel proud? Left me on the sidewalk, left me at the gate, took selfies with Sophia while I was alone in the sleeper, woke me up in the middle of the night to give her my bed, then disappeared all night. No water, no food, nothing. And when I found you? Having so much fun playing cards. That pocky game looked really necessary for poker. With each word, Brandon's face grew paler. Only now did he seem to realize what he'd done. That's not. I didn't mean. I'll never see Sophia again, okay? I wasn't trying to kiss her. You're the only one I love. Ignoring his pathetic excuses, I continued. I'm a spoiled princess? I'm mean and petty and a liar? Brandon, I was wearing the same mesh running shoes as you. Did you really forget? Remembering the boiling noodles on my feet, Brandon shook, tears flowing. But what? Did that matter now? Know what I was doing when you called to say you were taking Sophia to the hospital? Even though I'd given up on him, tears still came. I was trying desperately to call for help. And you? You hung up to rush Sophia to the ER. But she was working with the traffickers. Anger, hurt, and crushing fear. I grabbed the water pitcher and threw it at Brandon's shocked face. Blood ran from his forehead, but he seemed not to feel it. No, impossible. She's with traffickers? She's actually with them? Then wasn't I her accomplice? Brandon collapsed, trembling. Brandon, get out. I will never forgive you. Never. Marcus immediately strode over, kicked him several times, hard. You hurt her. Get out. Then, ignoring Brandon's pain-twisted face, he dragged him out by the collar. Chloe, I'm sorry. I didn't know she was. I never meant to hurt you. Brandon's desperate voice faded as the door closed. I wiped my tears and smiled at Marcus when he returned. Marcus, please tell the police about Sophia. And thank you. Chapter 8. The drug was still in my system. I quickly fell asleep again. When I woke, Dad was there. Eyes red. He'd taken the first flight available. Dad. Tears came instantly. His voice broke. I'm here, sweetheart. You're safe now. Don't tell Mom. She's traveling for work. Don't worry her. I added through sobs. That's when Brandon appeared again, face covered in injuries. Seeing Dad, he hesitated, then rushed over and dropped to his knees. Dad, I'm sorry. This is all my fault. I hurt Chloe. When I see someone like Sophia, I remember being in foster care before you adopted me. I wanted to help. But there's nothing between us. I only love Chloe. Dad, please forgive me this. Once. Help me convince Chloe. Don't let her leave me. Please. Get out. Dad kicked him away. Forgive you? Like hell. He kicked him several more times. He would have continued, but I stopped him. Not for Brandon's sake. I was worried about Dad's blood pressure. Brandon misunderstood, crawling eagerly to the bedside. Chloe, you still care. I knew you couldn't stand seeing me hurt. I really learned my lesson. I'll never help random people again. Only you. Please forgive me? He looked at me desperately. Once, seeing Brandon like this would have broken my heart. I said nothing, no accusations, no anger, just cold indifference. Brandon saw the hope in his eyes die completely. He finally understood he'd truly lost me. No. A sob escaped him. He knelt there, slapping himself repeatedly. Each blow with full force, soon his mouth was bleeding. Still, I felt nothing. Brandon, leave. Dad already revoked the adoption when we started dating, so this works out. You're an adult now. Want to help people? Earn your own money. Go. Dad. Chloe. Brandon cried. But I can't lose you. You're everything to me. Everything my ass. Marcus entered and heard this, immediately throwing Brandon out again. That afternoon, police took my statement. I learned that after Marcus called 911, Brandon had also reported it. But so what? I only felt bitter irony. Miss, based on your information, we've arrested Sophia Martinez for questioning. Don't worry, we'll get to the truth. They did, quickly. Caught red-handed, with my testimony, the traffickers couldn't deny anything. Police found communication records between Sophia and them on their phones. The shocking discovery was that Sophia's entire hometown was involved in human trafficking. A literal village of traffickers. Sophia's own mother had been a trafficked college student years ago. I couldn't imagine what would have happened if Marcus hadn't been at the station, hadn't seen me. Once in that village, my life would have been hell. The case closed a month later. Police rescued many women and children, including Sophia's mother. As for Sophia, unfortunately for her, she'd turned 18 just 2 days before boarding the train. Expelled, prosecuted, and destroyed. The trifecta. During that month, I left the hospital and started college properly. Brandon kept trying to see me. Breakfast deliveries, saving seats in lecture halls, trying to befriend my roommates. I ignored it all. Sometimes Marcus caught him and kicked him around a bit. Marcus, stop hitting him. I'd intervene. Marcus would deflate instantly. Chloe, do you still have feelings for? Stop. I rolled my eyes, not even glancing at Brandon. I don't want you hurting your foot. Or getting in trouble with the university. Marcus immediately brightened, grinning like an idiot. Honestly, he used to be so serious and composed. When did he become like this? I shook my head in mock annoyance, but couldn't hide my smile. Eventually, Brandon came around less. Marcus mentioned he was working multiple jobs. Dad had indeed cut off all financial support. I didn't care. A year later, Marcus graduated and got accepted to Stanford for his master's. I'd also secured a transfer to Berkeley. The day we left, Brandon somehow found out. He tried to stop me. Chloe, please don't go. I'm making money now. Don't leave with him. Just wait for me a little longer? Wait. As if I'd been waiting for him before? What a joke. Without acknowledging Brandon, I took Marcus's hand and got in the car. The end.